Not when I'm saying that women are beautiful and attractive at a certain age and saying the age.
You're saying 18, 19 are more attractive than 25.
Well, than ageist perhaps, but misogynistic absolutely
Is that
not.
really? But you just accepted it was misogyny.
No, I didn't. You said it was misogyny. I'm telling you, no, it's not.
But for 20.
Not being interested in older women is not misogyny. Misogyny in simple terms is simply the hatred of women. But last time I checked, Andrew Tate is still dealing with women. You visit his house, he's always surrounded by women. So I don't understand why he hates women just because he doesn't like older women. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I'm just thinking they are afraid that if he spread that type of message, all these feminists will be in danger because guys won't be dating them. So yeah, that's why they want him cancelled so bad. So these big corporations and all these other companies won't be interested in this guy spreading such type of messages because they are supporting women to go out and chase their career. Maybe they're sending them for training, or even helping them to freeze their eggs so that these women can continue working and supply their labor and continue to be slaves in these companies. Ever wondered why these days seems like the system supports breakups? Like the way they incentivize women to break marriages and incentivize them to break relationships, all that type of thing. It's because they don't want a man and a woman together. They want them apart so that they can fully control a woman to the maximum. You understand? Because this company sending women for training is like they invested their money and resources into these women. So now if these women get together with a man, that means that she might eventually stop coming to work and rely on a man's salary. And now the system and the companies, they're going to suffer losses for the investment that they've put in these women. So that's why they have to cancel Andrew Tate so bad, even with the silliest of reasons that they are providing. And even up to now, I don't even know what really is the reason for his cancellation. You understand? So if for some reason men and women start to embrace this information, that means women will start to understand that they have to get married younger, not to freeze their eggs and all that type of shit. And those big companies are going to be under threat because they won't be having so much control over women.
Would you just say to her, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that?
No, I won't. I will say that I am sorry that that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world.
That doesn't mean you're sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. That's the point I'm making. I'm sorry if that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world that believe that, and I was mediating for a conversation.
Yeah, that was a nice try, man. He was hoping maybe he will be the guy that will crack Andrew to make him apologize. But yo, sorry, Mr. Piers Morgan. That shit didn't go well. See how Andrew is standing his ground. Never apologize to this wokeist. I tell you that. Never do that. That's a sign of weakness, and they'll be coming for you even more. So the moment that you say you are sorry, you open another can of worms. So I applaud Andrew for standing his ground and not apologizing and having to repeat it that he's not apologizing.
I don't think it's fine. I live in a world where...
You don't think it's fine? This isn't that hard, Andrew. You can simply say, Piers, you know what? With the benefit of hindsight.
See how they ask him a question, then they go on and interrupt him again, not giving him a chance to answer the questions because they are afraid that if they give him a longer chance for him to answer these things, he's gonna clear his name and more people are going to like him. I thought this interview was for two people. Seems like Piers Morgan is the only guy speaking in this thing.
Misogynist, and even though that's a view held by other parts of the world, it's not a view I share. Now, I would respect you more if you said that. Than if you try and say, well, it's said in other parts of the world, so I'm not sorry.
I think
that doesn't tell me what you think.
Then you need to understand why my content existed in the first place.
Yeah, now it's starting to look a little bit desperate for an apology now. So what I would say in regard to this interview, Piers Morgan and his audience represent a woke culture that's happening these days. So I understand how he's attacking Andrew and trying to make Andrew look like a bad guy so that he pleases his fans. But I can tell deep inside this guy, for some reason, he understands where Andrew Tate is coming from, because basically men will speak the same language. If you see a man try to simp and do all that kind of shit, he's not happy from inside. We are pretty much the same way, guys. We are not special, we think alike. So basically whatever this guy is doing is try to please his audience and maybe get a larger viewership by interviewing Andrew Tate and making him look like a bad guy at the end of the day. That's it with the mainstream media. They try to cater for the woke and all this type of nonsense that's happening these days. But there's nothing wrong with the men having preferences and preferring younger girls as long as they are legal. Anyone who is older, who doesn't fit in this demographic, actually might get offended and trying to, hate on a guy. You can't wanna see a guy gets wiped from all social media simply because he's saying he wants younger girls. To the broader picture, I'm sure the sisterhood is under attack, and they don't want that type of message to be going around. So they are ganging up and make sure that this guy's word doesn't go out there and influence more people. You know what I'm saying? Because that will mean that every man is going to be aware of the bullshit. Every man is going to open his eyes and see what's going on. So basically, let's wipe this guy from the face of the internet and continue with the fucker. But come on, man. The red pill is mainstream now. That shit ain't gonna happen. Everybody is waking up. Guys are waking up. There's gonna be few simps as we go forward. Fewer and fewer simps. Man has been starved of this information for a while. There's a reason for his bigger audience. That's why there's a lot of following. And any alternative that's there, that's teaching this type of thing, men are going to flock over there. You saw it with Kevin Samuels. So there's Kevin Samuel, then there was this guy, Andrew Tate. Even if they wipe Andrew Tate, there's gonna be another guy. You understand? So yeah, that's what's up.